Hello and welcome to Roast Battle London Goes Online. We're here. We're in your living room. We're in your bedrooms. We're in your kitchen, and we're bringing some fucking outrageous material. If you haven't seen Roast Battle before, it's basically a show where this is a safe space to go fucking hard, right? We've got 5 pairs of brilliant comedians. They're going to destroy each other, basically, for your entertainment. Now, judging our beautiful battlers, our 3 fantastic judges, all experienced in Roast Battle. So I'm going to go and introduce them. So first of all, we have Jonny Gillam.
Hello.
Now, Jonny is a runner-up of last year's Roast Battle season. He's experienced. He knows what he wants. What are you looking for tonight, Jonny, from a battlers?
2 things. Obviously, clear, crisp jokes in the classic Roast Battle style. But also, look, Zoom shows, we all know how they are. They have the air of a divorced dad taking you bowling, pretending everything's fine when really deep down you're crying inside. So let's use the Zoom format. Let's have angles. Let's have a wacky background. Let's use the filming technology available to us and not keep pretending that everything's fine at night.
Brilliant. So get that balance. Use technology. And Chris jokes from fucking Mr. Pink over there. Anyway, right, great. So that's what Joy's looking for. We have Niamph Marron. Hi, Niamph.
Hello, how are you
Niamh
doing?
has done Edinburgh and London roast battles many times. You're coming all the way from Sligo in Ireland. How is it there?
It's boring and shit. And, really like just me and the cows, no crack. So I'm looking forward to this.
Awesome. And what are you looking for from tonight's battles?
Just wanted somebody to make me laugh. That would be amazing. That hasn't happened in a while, but a real like awful laugh. I want to be shocked. And I think on Christmas Day I was watching Frankie Boyle's show and it was so awful. He was calling everyone a paedophile and I had a great release of energy. It was one of the best days of my life. So I want a release. Yeah.
Great. Paedophiles from Ireland. Great. That's nothing new. And great. And we've got a fucking awesome judge, Omid Singh, all the way from California, really experienced in roast battle. He's battled all around the world. He knows what he wants. Omid, what are you looking for tonight?
Tonight, I really want topical material. I want your jokes to be fresh because of what's been going on in our comedy community and through COVID. I think we're going to be able to see if jokes have a little bit of pre-COVID flavor or post-COVID flavor, and I want to see who has the better material.
That's awesome, man. So that's what we're looking for. Good material, topical, keep it relevant. All right, that's brilliant. So we are going to kick off with our first pair. But before that, we're going to have a 2-minute silence just for Chris D'Elia's career. No, I'm joking. Fuck that guy. Anyway, right. So our first pair we have is Lee Hudson versus Rick Kiesewetter. Battle! 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 All right, we have Rick on screen. How you doing, Rick?
How's it going? Do I need to flip the screen?
Yeah, mate, yeah. I thought you're kind of invented the cameras.
Jonny, is this what you were looking for when you said a fun back?
Awesome, Rick.
We didn't invent cameras anyway. No, we didn't. We just made them better. How's that?
I see you using them all the time. All right, and we've got Lee coming straight from the IT host desk.
Tech support in the building.
Fucking hell, mate. Awesome. Right, I'm really looking forward to this battle. You're both very experienced battlers. Which one of you wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay,
right, Rick's going to go first.
Yeah. Well, firstly, I know this is the Zoom battle, and I'd just like to say that. Well, I'm glad we're not meeting face to face because clearly I am punching way over my weight. I know people look at Lee and think to themselves, "Boy, the baby from The Incredibles really has let himself go."
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, Rick was he was born in Japan, but he grew up in New Jersey. So if Rick was a food, he would be sushi, but if you ate it from a bin.
Quite funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Lee's set is full of observations about the injustices of being overweight. So fat lives matter.
Rick has had 2 divorces. He's had 2 failed marriages. It's the biggest double Japanese disasters since Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Oh.
Oh, Lee has a receding hairline, glasses, and a beard. So when you flip his face over, he just looks the same. He just...
I see the receding hairline is because I lose a hair for every day that Rick doesn't get to see his kids. Rick has had to socially distance from his kids, not because of coronavirus. This was years ago. It's because he didn't get custody.
Actually, Lee does a whole set about his receding hairline, but it's about seconds long.
Yeah. Rick attracts a lot of ugly women, but he always goes down on them because he's used to eating dog.
Lee is so fat, when he wears a white t-shirt and skinny jeans, he looks like a human golf ball on a tee.
Rick likes to skateboard, but because he's so old, he keeps falling flat on his face. He keeps falling on his flat face.
Yeah. I was just born that way, man. when Lee loves McDonald's, right? So when he goes to McDonald's and they ask him, would you like it to be supersized? He just points to himself.
It's a true story. That's him. Kept him short.
That's it.
All
That's
right,
it?
That's it.
Forget the last one. No. Okay.
Get your last one, Rick.
Okay. Lee often wears, if you see him on stage, he wears black, but black is a slimming color, but it's not fucking magic.
Hey, black clothes matter.
Hey, right.
Yeah.
First
They
battle. Before I go to the judges, quick thing, I'm going to be reading off any audience heckle. So if you're on YouTube, you're on Twitch, you're on Facebook, heckle these cunts, and I'm going to read them out. I'm going to read out the best ones. So, but we go for later. So I'm going to go to my friend Jonny Gillam first. He's having a steak with his fag.
Hello, I didn't see you come in.
Jonny, who's your fave, man? Who are you going for?
Great battle. I started off tonight talking about divorced dads. That's why it's a delight to see Rick's guitar in the back of shot. But again, I think, like, I'm a big fan of both of the battlers. I think, Rick, a lot of your jokes required us to see Lee from the waist down, and we can't do that in the current form. And why not some kaiju? Use the technology ability. So very close, but I'm going to give but for the bin sushi, I'm going to give it to Lee.
It's one for Lee for bin sushi. It nailed it. I'm going for Omid. Singh next for your vote. Who's your favorite?
That felt like 2,000 jokes, you guys. That was unbelievable. You guys kept going back and forth. Rick, I had 2 bangers for you. I really wanted you to fucking hit him hard, but like Jonny said, it was all like body stuff, and the Incredibles joke was great. Lee had 3 jokes for me that were great, but again, eating dog, flat face, we've heard that shit. Come on, that's regurgitating guys saying that shit on streets. But you still got 3 jokes for me, and I'm gonna give it to Lee.
Lee takes it, but is Niamh gonna give Rick a redeemable vote to save him from embarrassment over Wipeout? Niamh, who's your favorite? Who are you gonna vote for?
I thought, I never met Lee before ever, but he did look like he was an Amazon driver. But Rick looked like he was an Instagram influencer, and the lovely background. And you have a lovely background, so you're probably doing very well for yourself, and you're happy and nice. I felt like you could have been more evil and everything, but you got 3 great ones from me, but Lee got 4 great ones last comeback. So
Wipeout for Lee. So much so he dropped his fucking computer. Well done, Lee.
Well done,
Rick.
well done.
Great job,
battle,
guys.
Thanks.
See you
Good
later.
job.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Rick. See ya. All right. Our next battle, ladies and gentlemen, we have Alex Upatov versus Victor Pãtrãşcan. Battle! 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 Oh,
my
fucking
God.
hell. How you doing, gents? How you doing, Alex? Oh, he's not coming through. Victor, how are you?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. And
All
Alex, how
right,
you
this is
doing, my
exciting.
friend?
Hello. Hope you guys can hear me. It's my first Zoom show.
Sweet. Where are you from, Alex?
I'm from Russia originally, but I live in Germany now.
All right. So Russian, German versus Romanian in England.
Yeah.
Be interesting. This is the Eurovision roast contest. All right, I like it. All right. Which one of you wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Victor's going first. Let's roast.
All right. Yay! Hello, everyone. I'm Victor, and this is the cameraman for every 80s German pornography. Alex was born in Russia, which is why he looks like a Soviet silver medalist for women's gymnastics, fled Russia by shaving her beard. Why do you have a Brazilian on your face, Alex?
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Why not? It's interesting that you're talking about facial hair, because like you're an immigrant from Romania in Britain. I guess you're trying to integrate by judging, but by your facial hair and your teeth, you're not trying to integrate with humans. You're trying to align yourselves with the feral dog society. You know, like. And you have a joke even about like humans trusting dogs too much. But if I look at you, I think that Romanians trust dogs so much they raised one as one of their own. You know, I even Googled what Pãtrãșcan means, like your last name, and Pãtrãșcan is Romanian for Pomeranian.
For what?
Pomeranian.
What's that? Is that a type of dog?
It even rhymes. Of course, it's a type of dog.
All right. Thank you, Bob's Asperger's. That was very good. Nice mustache. If we're talking about facial hair, your mustache is thinner than your chances of seeing your father ever again. Alex, you don't know him, but Alex is pretty much like anti-Semitism. He's ugly, was born in Russia, now lives in Germany, and is the reason why his parents divorced. Actually, Alex's father thought that his mother was not anti-Semitic enough, and he divorced her. Which is ironic, because now Alex's upper lip looks like the Gaza Strip. All right.
Getting political.
Dog themed, but still a joke, guys.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Eastern European cliche Guevara. We are gonna talk about fathers now. All right, so Victor also grew up without a father because his father tragically had to go to jail for breaking and entering in a house. And it's very tragic because the house was in Romania, so we know whatever he stole had to be completely worthless. So I guess the most valuable thing that Victor's father stole was Victor's childhood, which, as I said, worthless.
All right. Nice. Thank you, King Joffrey of Chernobyl. I feel like Alex pointed his camera very strategically. He's very far away, just so you can't see that he looks like Greta Thunberg got a lockdown haircut from her mother. All right. Actually, this is actually true. Like, I'm kidding about Greta, but Alex was recently involved in a sex scandal. Apparently, Chris D'Elia asked him for nudes. That's why he looks like 11 from Stranger Things became Putin's cam girl.
See, I do look like Greta Thunberg. That's why I'm battling a catastrophe, I'm guessing, today. So,
Yeah, I am warming globally. My globes are warming right now. Fantastic.
Yeah, but speaking of globally, if you're here, then who's keeping Liam Neeson's daughter from finally returning home? Yeah, he is from Romania, and Romania is not very famous for its cuisine, you know. And judging by Victor, that's because Romanians survive by eating shit at open mics. And the most famous thing about Romania is vampires, which makes sense because like vampirism is much like Victor's sex life. It doesn't exist, but if it did, it would be really scary. And either way, it would be eventually stopped by the smell of garlic.
All right. Why does your head look like that? Is it because Frodo and Gollum played with each other's rings? I don't know if you can see it properly, but Alex's head is very weirdly shaped. It looks like a light bulb, like it's very thin at the bottom and very, very thick at the top. How many men does it take to turn on a light bulb? 0, because Alex is turned on by little girls.
It's funny that you
look at his head, man, is so misshapen. It looks like his priest fucked him so much when he was a child developing his cranium that the top of his head got pushed from the inside by the priest's penis, which is why his head now looks like one of the towers from the Kremlin church. Kremlin church?
Right.
Oh, come on.
It's not a church. It's not a church, but good. Props to the writers in your head. So
your head is still weird.
It's interesting that you're making Lord of the Rings references while you're sitting in literally the room that Harry Potter was sitting in the movies. Like you are under the stairs right now. Also, you look like one of Hagrid's balls just became sentient and then died. Victor studied film and he has a podcast about movies. And he has a post where he talks about his favorite movies. And I know what his favorite movies are, and they're interesting. Like one of his favorite movies is Borat, but not because he loves comedy, but because he hates Jews. Another one of his favorite movies is Irreversible, because he really hates women. And another one of his favorite movies is The Act of Killing, because if you saw his comedy, you would know that he really hates killing. Another one of his favorite movies is The Sixth Sense. You really like The Sixth Sense, right? Well, here's a spoiler alert if you like The Sixth Sense. Your career has been dead the whole time.
Was that a voice? Thank you, the love child of Ricky Gervais and Carl Pilkington. Why does your head look like you're the child of Boss Baby and Dominic Cummings? I don't know. Alex sounds smarter than he actually is. He says that he's a published writer, that he wrote a book about being a child in communist Russia, about Santa every Christmas, instead of presents, shitting down the chimney. The book was called The Yule Log Archipelago. That's like, Jonny, that's an intellectual joke. What's happening? What is happening to this world?
I got it.
You're going for it.
I didn't get it.
To actually come to me.
Yeah.
To rescue you.
This feels like collusion. I don't like this.
I'm a judge. I have to be impartial.
Are we done?
No, it's fine. I mean, the thing is, you think that Victor has an accent. Maybe that's why I don't get his jokes. But Victor doesn't actually have an accent. Like his jokes sound crooked because they have to get through his teeth.
Yeah.
So Victor organizes the Eastern European Comedy Festival, the Eastern European Comedy Festival, or as both of my great-grandfathers used to call it, World War II. And trust me, it was way funnier.
At least I was on the winning side for World War II. German man. All right.
Ding. Good battle, guys. Some fucking amazing comments before I go to the judges. Going to read these out. First of all, the audience just started ripping into the judges straight away. They said, great judging by Pedo Khaled. I'm presuming that's Omid. Yeah, it certainly does look like Ireland over there. No one's picking on Jonny. Fuck Jonny, apparently. Laura Thomas here, brilliant comment, said, why do they both look like they're calling him from a prison? Victor looks like he's calling him from a teenage boy bedroom. Lee Hudson, Victor looks like the rogue detective trying to solve Alex's murders, piecing together on the wall behind him. That's great.
Do you have the word use on your wall because you're a tool, Alex?
All right, it's over, mate. They both look like they're recording YouTube flat earth shows. That was amazing. By Bertie Jenner. All right, we're going to go to our judges. Niamh, I'm going to go straight to you. Who was your favorite?
Okay. I liked how Alex, in his room, he actually chose the font with the word use. It looks like a swastika font. So that's pretty different. And he also looks like he was nearly the stunt double for Jesse from Breaking Bad, wasn't he? But anyway, the two of them, like each sentence had like about 8 different jokes in it. That was very intense, very intelligent, very funny. Fucking, it's so tight. I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe Victor there because it was so tight. I'd go with Victor there, but the comebacks for both of you was really good. That was excellent.
Victor, you've got a vote, my friends. But let's see how it goes. I'm gonna go straight to Jonny Gillam. Jonny, who's your favorite?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you coming in. I really like this battle a lot, guys. I've always wanted to see a battle between a kidnapper and the guy who sent the notes, so that's been very enjoyable. Lots of Russia versus Romania debate, which is like, come on, guys. That's like when I lived in Scotland, we saw North versus South London. You'd be like, well, you're the same, aren't you?
No, the Russians are what English people are to you and Niamh.
Okay, for the second attempt to tug on my heartstrings, Victor, our principle, I'm voting for Alex. And Alex, that is not a vote you want, but it's the one you have.
That's how Russians win.
Yeah, Russians won by cheating again, but have they won? There's one more vote. But before that, I did get a comment from Jonny. Johnny's smoking for the people that weren't 100% sure he wasn't the cunt. All right. Omid, Singh.
That reads like Ben Clover to me.
Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. Omid, who's your favorite, mate? It's a decide and vote.
There's a lot going on in this battle. You guys did great jokes. Really kicked it off with the Che Guevara joke. That was great. Catastrophe was good. Taken, Eating Shit, Hagrid, King Joffrey, Greta, Chrysalia, all that stuff. Really fantastic. It doesn't make sense why you have U's on your wall. I think that just makes you a lazy meth addict. Like you have to remember to stick it in your fucking arm. Like just use. Yeah, go ahead. Do your drugs. Just remember. Well, you have to remember every day to do drugs. You look like Harry Potter if he went to school to become a DJ. Victor kind of looks like Wolverine if he was just a Wolverine. You know, no X-Men, just the animal. You know, it was tight. You guys did really well. Surprised by how many jokes you guys do. I don't know. I got to give it to Alex. I'm sorry. I got to give it to Alex. No, I'm not sorry that I got to give it to you, Alex, but I got to give it to you.
Alex, you're a winner. How do you feel?
I feel great. I just want to say, by the way, just real quick, just because of the current times, I quit high school and I write for Comedy Central. And Victor finished like a degree in film, and he asked me to be on this, and this is on Zoom. I'm not saying this to burn Victor. I'm telling your audience to go out and burn universities.
You are saying it to burn Victor.
That's great. Or in fact, of showing your credits there. You fucking win. I'm joking. No, good one, Alex.
Weird.
Good battle, man. Good win. All right, we got our next opponents up. We have Michelle Kalt versus Chris Darwa. Battle. All right, coming up. Battle.
Whoa.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Hello.
How you Michelle, where are you coming from? Whereabouts in the world are you?
Zurich, Switzerland.
Switzerland, neutral, like it. And Chris, where are you coming from?
Also Switzerland. That's where I live.
It's a Swiss on Swiss. Oh my God, it's the first time the Swiss have ever fought at anything. This is amazing. All right, which one of you wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Chris is going first. Let's roast.
Cool. I'd just like to say quickly that even though we're looking like we're in different computers, we're actually in the same place. Michelle is here with me. I'll just pull her up now. 1 sec. There we go. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, I just want to ask, first of all, I know that you are, I know you consider yourself a true feminist. So does it bother you that your chin gets paid 30% more than the rest of you?
You know what? No, because I know that my chin still makes more than 100% of you.
Ouch.
But as a woman, I'm very grateful for like allies like you know, men who help close the gender pay gap just by being fucking losers.
Nice.
Thanks, Michelle. Was that a joke? Oh, it was. Oh,
No,
okay.
it wasn't a joke. It wasn't
Oh.
a joke. It was a
Sure.
comeback.
Go for it. Nice work.
To explain it, Chris reminds me a little bit of Jesus, because like Jesus for the first 32 years of his life, Chris's main skill was putting his hands on people. And not unlike Jesus, I think the only thing he'll ever be notorious for is getting nailed a lot.
Doesn't sound like a diss. That's like a compliment. I really appreciate that. Normally you're so spicy, Michelle. It's tough. Like I always wondered what if you're one of the Spice Girls, which one you'd be. Old Spice. Michelle was recently looking for a flat share, which is also what people call trying to have a threesome with her. No, take a second. It'll hit.
Or not.
Not him.
Chris is like a typical gym bro. He works as a personal trainer, and his entire personality is pretty much that he loves cottage cheese. In fact, the only time he doesn't complete his reps is when it comes to child support.
Hey-o. Thank you, Nazi librarian. Michelle is so Swiss that everything with her requires a 2-month notice period, including her period. But Michelle did grow up enjoying all the traditional Swiss pastimes: skiing, hiking, watching her cousins fuck, waiting for her turn. Go on, girl.
Chris is from Australia, but he also has a German passport, which I guess technically makes you half Aussie, half ass. But he's not very German. In fact, the only thing about him that's vaguely German is his parenting style. Like he'll never read his daughter a bedtime story. He'll just tell her a joke and she'll fall asleep immediately.
Thank you, male to female transition. When Michelle doesn't want to risk pregnancy, instead of using condoms, she'll just leave the light on. Oh, Michelle.
Yeah. Chris's mom had him when she was 17 years old, which I guess explains his preference for teenage vaginas. But like, let's have a look at you. Like, you got long hair. You know, look at the overgrown backyard that you call your face. Generally, people consider you rather unfunny, and add to that your sexual preferences. You're pretty much the discount version of Chris D'Elia.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I'm just missing a bad Netflix special. Thank you very
some
much.
news there, bud.
Sorry. Thank you so much, evidence of the Holocaust. Now, Michelle, you were born with a silver spoon. Sorry?
You know, and like your dad, my existence was never denied.
Only when you've asked guys to hook up with you. So, Michelle, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, which it looks like you used to do heroin. But you actually broke up with your boyfriend recently because you didn't want to have any kids. And I think that was smart. It looks like you can barely keep yourself alive, let alone another human being. What do you expect you to feed them with? Hair loss, insecurity, and sadness? No, I'm kidding. You'd be a great mom.
Okay, well, Chris, we know you have terrible money managing skills. In fact, you're in so much debt that recently a Bangladeshi kid started sponsoring Chris. Chris, I just wonder, what is it like to see the debt collector more often than your daughter?
Like that. All right. Comedy from a stage 4 cancer patient. Nice. Let's do it. That's 5 jokes, Calum.
All right. Give it up for your batters, judges.
Hey.
All right. So some poetry even. Good job, guys. I'm just gonna read out some comments. Is Chris D'Elia FaceTiming a victim? Michelle, your apartment's on fire. That's amazing. Chris looks like a barista, which makes sense because he's currently struggling with a flat white.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You get it? I don't.
Yeah,
All right.
I get it. He was referring to Michelle.
All right. Chris looks like a character from GoldenEye 64. That's amazing. Yeah, Chris should let Gollum have a go. I think you said that already. All right, cool. We're going to go straight to our judges. Omid, I'm going to start with you. Who's your favorite?
Well, the Gollum, I think, backfired because you were turning more into Gollum by the more I was looking at your screen, Chris. So that was funny. It was funny at first. Michelle, you had great jokes. You had jokes that I like, and I'm going to give it to you.
Michelle's got one. Before I get to the next joke, I've got one more comment. Season 3 of You look shit. All right.
That's for me?
No. I think that's for Chris.
Oh.
Niamh, who's your favorite?
Yeah, I did at the very beginning. I did think Michelle was using the 1960s Instagram filter, but it looks good. I literally didn't know if Michelle's jokes or her comebacks were the jokes because they were that good. But then so was Chris's. Like it was really there was real hatred there. I felt it was good. I liked it. Oh fucking hell! Maybe for even just the comebacks and the teenage vag, I'd go with Michelle's. But that was a very, very close one as well. Very good.
Michelle takes it. Well done, Michelle. But smoking Jonny over there, are you going to give a saving grace to Chris, Jonny?
Hello. I didn't hear you come in. Chris, I loved you as King Kong and all your roles. I think they're fantastic. Starting to understand the high suicide rate in Switzerland. But purely for, unlike your dad, my existence was never denied, I'm giving it to Michelle.
It's a clean sweep for Michelle. What a Michelle. How'd you feel?
Surprised a little bit, but thanks, guys.
Buy energy, buy a new light bulb. All right.
I'm so sorry. I tested the video before and it didn't look this red. I don't know. Like I ended up in hell, I guess.
No, it looks great. We liked it. It got some good jokes. So yeah, well done, guys. We can go to our next battle. We have Rob Dan versus Steph Aritone. Right, a bit different with this one. Just had some information that Rob cannot, unfortunately, make it. His Wi-Fi has been playing up for the last 4 hours or whatever. So
again,
funny.
True story. So I am gonna go in as Rob.
The last time I did roast battles, Rob couldn't make it.
No, don't be like that, Jonny. He's got real reasons. His Wi-Fi's down. Don't be a cunt. All right.
I thought you said at the beginning his wife is down, and I was like, down and dead.
Yeah,
his
you brought
wife
this
is
news
dead,
on.
but that didn't stop him. It was the Wi-Fi that going down that really took it out. All right, so I'm going to do the joke as Rob.
Steph, I really think you're going to win, by the way.
I better, mate, by default.
Steph is from family's from Poland. He's got a mole. It's mole versus the pole. Who wants to go first?
I'll make Rob go first. Go on, Rob.
Go on. I'll say stuff that Rob would say as a rebuttal.
Oh my god.
Steph is sadly quite unlucky in love. I think it's because she looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings did a face app thing to look female. Just cut it out, Rob. And looks like Gollum doesn't matter how short she with her. She's not getting a ring anytime soon. You whore.
Calum, can you read? I'm not sure I got any of those jokes in there.
Calum, you should get closer to your computer again so you'll be louder.
I'm also imitating the IQ of Rob as well.
Oh, I see. Something about rings. This was the point where I would have introduced Rob. He was actually born in the 90s in Eastern Europe, which does make him 50% Chernobyl. So the radiation coming off that boy is probably why his Wi-Fi is ruined. Name Rob Dan, though, does carry a lot of Romanian cultural significance. Dan, obviously short for the River Danube, and Rob, because that's what he's doing with our jobs.
You've got
Calum, any rebuttals?
Got nice hair. Steph is half Italian and half Polish, which means if you tied her hands up, she would be both unable to talk and able to work. That doesn't stop her begging for it to be done in the bedroom, but it does make it much harder for her dad to know when to pull out and her mum to know when to stop filming. You whore.
Thank you. All right. So I think that joke was a little bit long there, wasn't it? Things that Rob hears in the bedroom. Okay. Pre-corona, right, me and Rob used to gig quite a lot together and used to love seeing him around pubs. He just reminds me of this like big cuddly teddy bear that's had his brown nose sewn on wrong. So guys, you might not get that because you don't see what I see on a day-to-day basis. But if you do live in Mars and can't quite see his mole, there it is. There it is in all its glory. All right, Calum, Rob, whoever you are.
Your face is ugly. A lot of comedians work hard at their jokes, and Steph also works hard at her jokes too. She uses graphs, charts, and tallies to improve. Her main chart is titled, "Why do I keep trying to do stand-up?" Her y-axis shows how much people laugh, and her ex broke up with her 5 times before she left him alone.
Zinger.
Slam.
Slammer.
Jokes, Rob.
All right, so obviously you can't see Rob right now, but it's very obvious when you look at him that he does play Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, no surprises there, but he is actually a level 12 wizard. I'm sure everyone's pretty impressed by that. But his mole is only stage 1 cancer. So yeah, I mean, they did actually try to have it removed, but the mole, right, rolled a 20 for intimidation. So the surgeons had to retreat. So sad.
Okay. Steph is thin and extremely white. It's like a cut line of cocaine. And just like cocaine, Steph is ignored by the large majority of men until they're drunk on their phone at 1 a.m. in a kebab shop. The only difference is Steph has none of the qualities that keep people coming back for more.
Okay. Calum, I can see your hat.
No, you can't.
All right, so a little bit of congratulations is in order for Rob because he did actually get promoted recently to full-time work from home Dungeons and Dragons master. Okay, ladies, control your orgasms, right? But he did actually get put on furlough from that role and decided to take his skills as a white man, making up bullshit make-believe like his Wi-Fi is out, and decided to volunteer as a politician. So I just wanted to give Robert, but no one applauding Rob there. That is okay because he's used to it.
Yeah, I'm a D&D master and you've got some C cups. Anyway, Steph,
I wish.
Yeah, Steph, oh yeah, I should have gone for below her. Anyway, Steph loves Eurovision and it shows in every aspect of her life. Her stand-up and her love of life are like her yearly Eurovision watching parties. Everyone's invited, but no one ever comes. And if they do, they're probably a family member because it's incestuous.
Thank you, Calum. Not everyone is invited. Don't be inviting people to my house. Good. Okay. So last joke from me in what was the weirdest roast. Rob is actually going to start another podcast because he quite clearly can't afford therapy, right? But also, I think the white male voice is just so underrepresented on these platforms. Sarcasm. But I also think if pubs were open, white men like Rob would just have something else to do. So for all 2 of you watching at home, protect our pubs, support your local white man creche, okay? Flatten the curve of podcasts, stop podcasts, save lives, support the Bill Murray that hosts roasts, and also support the Cavendish Arms in Stockwell. There's Comedy Virgins, follow them on Twitter. They're really struggling, they need your help, and buy us fucking coffee. Calum, you're up.
All right. Give it up for Rob and Steph, everybody. Just want to say, first of all, big up Rob for being a sport and letting us do that. That was Weird. All right. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to our judges. Omid, did
What
Rob?
do you mean? What do you mean?
Did Rob-
He let him do that? Like
He asked if we could do it. When
he asked if you could read the jokes.
Yeah. We're gonna put. He said if it's all right if we put his face up and we'll read his jokes as you. But I'll be honest, I can't read. I'm also using. I usually expect roast jokes to be like 2 lines, and they were like longer. So, but fair enough. Good, well done, Rob.
They were good jokes as well. Absolutely gutted for him, but I'm winning. I'm winning, guys. Right?
We'll see.
Okay.
Omid, who's your favorite?
I mean, Steph clearly is the one here. Calum, I actually liked your delivery, which probably means I like the jokes, but he didn't do them. So it's very hard to give a vote to a guy who's not here actually doing the jokes. Sure, his Wi-Fi is down. That sucks.
And his wife's dead.
And his wife's dead. I'm more concerned about the Wi-Fi. You can get another wife, but if your signal's dead, then you just fucking pressing buttons and you don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to give it to you, Steph, but pitch after you're done battling, I guess, if you want someone to buy coffee or something, or angels, virgins. There's a lot there at the end.
Donate to Angel, donate to us.
Oh, donate to Angel, donate to
donate
Angel.
to the Cavendish Arms, which is another great venue for.
I'm so stupid. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Donate to the Angels. Like, what angels are we? Of course. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Steph, I give it to you.
Steph, you've got 1 vote. I'm going to Jonny Gillam. Jonny, did I put it off as Rob, or did Steph take it away?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you coming.
Oh, he's got a bit.
It was a close battle, I thought. Steph, I liked how you slammed Rob as a white man because we've not had enough posh women in comedy. You have too many dressing gowns. However, Rob did not turn up because he's a D&D MDMA enthusiast. I'm gonna give it to Steph just because otherwise, do anything else would be an utter crime.
Steph, you have taken it, but is Niamh going to give a sympathy vote for Rob?
I'm actually going to give it to Calum.
Yes! Yes, Rob! Come on, we did it, man.
Yeah, I don't even know Rob, but I'm guessing he's the laziest fucker ever. Just here's a picture, there's a joke, someone read them. I don't know, but
he wrote the jokes.
I know. I'm only joking. Yeah, he did have. I liked his incest one and the coke one. They were very good from him. But I love Steph's the mole stage one and the intimidation. So yeah, she definitely had a lot more jokes that I liked. So I'd definitely give it her.
Oh, you've actually gone for Steph. Oh, well, you fucking disappointed me. But well done, Steph. 3-0, you smashed it. Some great comments here. Well done, the ghost of Emma Stone. That's amazing. We finally found out what happened to grown-up Madeleine McCann. That's amazing. Great stuff. Well done, Steph. Right, we've got our next battle. Our final battle is going to be great. We have Peter Baisley versus Gilberto Soto. So battle. Battle. So British battle. Battle. All right, how you doing, gents?
Good, thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you, Baisley. Baisley coming from North London. Hilbert, where are you coming from today?
New York.
New York. All right.
Because I'm rich.
He is rich. Good. Great. So this is rich versus poor. New York versus London. Which one of you wants to go first?
I'm going to go. I think we've decided I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
But Bays going first.
Okay.
Let's roast.
Okay.
Yay. This is Gilberto Soto. Don't worry about that. Guys,
all right.
Concentrate. This is Gilberto. He gets his name from his mum. She's called Jill, and her pet dog was called Berto. He moved to the UK to do comedy. The people over here didn't think it was funny, so he's gone back to America where they're dumber. Boom.
Wow. Peter, shouldn't you be spending your weekends protesting to keep like racist statues intact or something? Peter and COVID have something in common, as they both disproportionately attack communities of color.
Nice. So I don't know if you guys have read the Bible, but Gilberto's gay, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But if you do read the Bible, you do know that it's wrong. So Gilberto is he's so gay, right? If he even thinks of a movie with a dog in it, he'll start crying. Boom.
I don't get that. Oh God, Peter. I'm not gonna say Peter looks like a pedophile because, like, I don't want to state the obvious. But what I will say is that his last two girlfriends were significantly younger than him, and you thought that awful jokes and stupid long hair was the only thing he had in common with Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, nice. I don't know what to think about that guy. You think he's done it? Anyway, let's get on with the roast.
White straight man. You think he's done it? Like him benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. So come on, mate. That's my brother. So Gilberto Soto is so gay that he got AIDS twice. The first time for fun, and the second time to lose a bit more weight. Boom.
Survivor. Thank you. Peter told me that he has a lot of family members who are priests, which is a weird flex about losing his virginity at a young age.
They didn't touch me, actually, but I would have liked that because it would have took me. I was 26 when I lost it, so would have preferred it probably. Just kick it all off. Sorry. So yeah, Gilberto Soto is he's gay, right? I don't know if I mentioned that. He's so gay that he has sex with men for fun. I know, who would do that? Unbelievable. It's mad, isn't it? He's so gay, right, that he has become Mexican. That's what happens. That's where the Mexicans came from. No?
Oh, Peter, you look like a before photo. No, Peter, you're an attractive guy. Okay, I'll be serious. I'll be serious now. Peter once slept in a field between two vans. Yeah, like who knew there are even two guys out there who are named Van. You're so gay, Peter. You're the only person I know who has a self-lubricating asshole.
Yeah.
Is this the last one, by the way?
Yeah, last one.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do my last one. Then you got one more. Yeah. Cheers, mate. So sorry, I was so distracting. I said.
No, I love it. I love that you have to use props. It's amazing.
Yeah. So yesterday I went on an acid trip and I went on a journey in my mind and I met a little white dog and that became my shaman. And the white dog took me to the god of all Gaia, the earth. And I said to the god of all Gaia, the earth, I said, can you give me a joke to say in the roast battle about Gilberto Soto? And he or she said, yeah, he said, well, it's hard to make jokes about him because he has got one of the worst lives in the world. And I know that because I know all of them. And he's a gay Mexican bad comedian. And there's only other worse life than that is a black guy who used to live in Minnesota and sold single cigarettes.
Oh God.
Ugh, it's terrible, isn't it?
It's pronounced Hilberto, but nice try.
Oh fuck! How could I wrong all the way through?
I can expect more out of you. Talking about that, the Black Lives Matter activist really praised Peter for his lifelong dedication to the cause. I mean, look at him. He's a perfect example of why all lives really don't matter.
Oh,
nice. Sus done.
Thank you. I was really proud of that one, actually.
Well done, guys. Great battle. I'll just read out some comments.
Are these feedback from like people who are watching?
People are watching, yeah. Katie Singer, that's your fan, Peter. He's only got one fan. Jordan time just for Baisley, so great timing. I swear I saw Gilberto telling me I could earn $300 a day at home.
Wait, say that one more time. I didn't hear that one.
I saw Gilberto telling me I can earn $300 a day at home. You know, like one of those guys that like I can make you $300 a day at home type videos. So we got unemployed people watching, you know. Trust Jesus to lay into gay people. I'm enjoying this episode of Catfish, but I can't tell who is catfishing who. That's it. Why does Gilberto have a massive black tongue dildo behind him? That's good for that.
It's uncut. It's uncut too.
That's
well used.
Yeah.
I mean, we know why he has a giant dildo behind him. I mean,
that's at the bottom.
Why does Peter have young skin but old everything else? Well, that was good. All right, we're going to go to a judge. Before we do that, just one thing to say. If you've enjoyed tonight, or even if you haven't, fuck you, we are taking donations at ko-fi.com/roast battle, and you can see all the links wherever you're watching it, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're watching it, you can see that. And there's also Patreon. We'd love you to donate. All donations will be split between the battlers. Apart from Gilberto, we're all fucking broke, right? We need the money. Look at Peter. He's like looking after his retarded brother. We all need that money, guys. If you just want to buy us, I think like any show is like worth a $5, right?
I don't want it to be you guys.
Give us a $5. Give us $5. I think it's worth it. People have put the jokes in, the effort in. We'd really appreciate it. And we're on next week. But before that, we're going to go to our judges. So Jonny, Gillam, who is your favorite tonight, mate, for this battle?
I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. Gilberto, I love the use of Pãtrãșcan, the ancient rhetorical technique. I'm not going to mention X, and then you mention X. That's an ancient technique. I liked it. Baisley, you were very funny throughout, but whenever I watch you, I always think this. What if everyone did that? Roast battles wouldn't exist. You're a menace and subversive, and you need to be stopped. And for that reason, my vote goes to Gilberto.
Very fucking square answer from the man in the suit there. But well done, Gilberto. You have got your 1-0. Is it going to be a clean sweep, though? I'm going to go for Niamh. Who is your favorite?
Okay, Gilberto. Is that right? Gilberto?
You're not going to change it, so sure.
Okay, then, bitch. I really liked your priest joke because I'm a big fan of them anyway. That was very good. And the self-lubing joke, that was excellent. When Peter, like, as if Peter doesn't freak people out enough, he brings in another fucking one of himself that just doubles. That frightened the shit out of me, number one. And I just thought that was fucking crazy and weird, and that was fucking hilarious. But the Bible stuff as well, and the molesting and the age joke from Peter, Peter definitely won it for me straight away. But Gilberto was very, very good as well. That was tight.
Wow, white woman choosing the wrong thing. Shocker.
Jesus, I've got some comments going, go Hilberto. So the fans, you've got your fan in as well. That's good. Omid, who are you going to vote for, Omid?
Man, I can't believe I get to decide this. This is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know who I'm going to pick. Peter, you look like the Undertaker's stepson or the Undertaker's stunt double. Just you look like not the Undertaker. And Gilberto looks like a Ricky Martian, huh? Anybody? And but who had better jokes? To me, Peter Baisley. I'm giving it to Peter tonight. You got it, man.
That is the stupidest thing I've heard. But okay.
No, he had better jokes. His jokes were better. They were cleaner. They made more sense. It was the right decision.
Gilberto looks livid, but Peter Baisley is the champion. Shocking result. Shocking result. But Peter, how do you feel, mate?
Oh, I feel all right, man. I thought I'd lost. I wasn't really focusing. I was trying not to listen because people were being quite mean about me. But good Good. Yeah, no, I thought I won. I think I win every week, but yeah, it's always weird when you don't, and you're like,
I couldn't even understand half your jokes, but sure.
yeah. He's still going as well. We could be
No, I'm
friends
enjoying
after
it.
this if you want.
I'm just honest.
There we are, guys. Delusion is real in the world of Peter Baisley, and it will never end. Peter, Gilberto, thanks for doing that. Thanks for coming out, guys. Great battle. Well done. Give it up.
Good job. Great job.
Great job. So that is the end of Roast Battle London Goes Online. We will be back at the same time next Friday with even more battlers. Come join us then. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. Now we